The All Progressive Congress APC will do all it can to retain power in 2023 as the ruling party currently faces stiff competition from three top parties looking to unseat them next year. The main opposition, People's Democratic Party, has urged Nigerians to vote out the ruling party in the next year's general election. They described the APC as an unorganized, desperate party to retain power in 2023, while the new Nigeria People's Party have been clear in their calls that they have the best manifesto and its party will defeat both the All Progressive Congress and the People's Democratic Party in 2023 elections. However, Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, has promised to restructure Nigeria's security architecture for better performance if elected after next year's February polls. There is no doubt that the 2023 general elections will be one of the most competitive in Nigeria's history. So joining us now to discuss chances of ruling party in retaining power is Musa Sarkin Adar of the All Progressive Congress and National Assembly member representing Gadagoroyo Federal Constituency. Welcome to the program. A lot of people say that your party's chances of winning is very bleak if you are to take it by the results. Some will say abysmal results of President Buhari's administration as regards the economy. The economy has been crippled. Parameters and indices are not in favor of Nigerians. That is a tough sell for your party. What do you want to sell to Nigerians?
Good morning, Rufai and Dr. Ruben. How are you?
Morning. Thank you.
I've heard your question. And I'm always felt highly elated, given privilege to come and share my thoughts on nation building at an analytical level. What the PDP and other parties are saying against the APC ruling party, we shall look at scenarios critically and openly. PDP have been in power for 16 years. APC is in power for 7 and some months now. At the time PDP came to power, there wasn't numerous challenges like we are facing today, as at the time the APC took over a rotten situation, a rotten system of governance, a rotten system of malfunctioning tiers of government in this country. When PDP took power in 1999, there wasn't any major security challenge in the country. It was only the normal or usual crime that were converted by the police. When the PDP left power in 2015, it was a full-blown war in the Nigerian nation. About 17 local governments were taken over by the Boko Haram, and kidnapping have started at a lower scale, which blew off under the APC. So I don't always like taking side on sentimental basis or on partisan basis, because I'm very much concerned with nation building. But because of the situation we are in, and especially you journalists always try to pitch one party against the other and give some other parties a sense of leverage by promoting their antics of campaigning. As I have said this, and we will also look at the quantum of revenue generated within that period of 16 years, and what came in the period of 7 years and 7 months now. Also look at the challenges globally. The global recession that witnessed by the APC regime, which was not a creation of the APC failures or a creation of the APC in action, it was a global phenomena like the COVID-19. The COVID-19 is global. Whether PDP, APC, PRP, SDP, any party that is in cannot stop it. It just have to brace up to face it and see how it can overcome it. Like the President Muhammad Buhari led our nation did very well, to the extent of commendation by the World Health Organization and other international health organizations, that Nigeria has put in better arrangements that are commendable. Not only that, there are so many other things. President Muhammad Buhari came in with a lot of expectation from people, because people saw him as a messiah. That immediately he came in, everything that has rotted will be put back to work immediately. And yes, people deserve to have gotten what they expected from him, because he had been looking for this opportunity over a period of time. It is most unfortunate. He came with the zeal, he came with commitment and determination, but he didn't have proper understanding of how bad the situation was. And unfortunately, again, he was misfortunate to have gotten some people around him that do not have any understanding. And I will add to say they do not have even the commitment to move this country forward from where it was. Having said all this, I am not giving 100% mark to President Muhammadu Buhari. He has tried his best. He's still doing his best. All I'm saying is let us be comparable. Let us compare. All of us can be judges. All of us can be markers of any examination. Here is 16 years. Here is 8 years. Here is 8 years almost. Let's take it 8 years. 150. This person have traveled 30% or 30 miles in a journey of 100. This person came, he's in a journey of 50 miles and he have traveled 30% or 30 miles as well. Who have performed more? Obviously, the answer should be given by either you, Dr. Ruben. You are also an examiner. You are the judge in so many cases. I have seen your verdict. I respect it. I respect your analysis and opinion. Ditto, you, Rufai. And to my fellow Nigerians, I believe people of senses, people of higher objectivity, people that are credible and given a fair sense of judgment in any situation can also agree with my submissions here.
Well, Honorable.
This, I'm telling you, the APC-led government, let me finish, Honorable Dr. Ruben, just a minute. With what I have said, the answer is apt and very clear and very incontrovertible. Thank you.
Okay, Honorable, something came up from this ministerial retreat that the president just had with his ministers and heads of agencies and all of that, which was the president saying that people should not abandon work because of politics and that there will be penalties for any minister or permanent secretary or head of agency that does so. Well, you have been in politics for quite a while. Do you think that can actually be enforced, or the president should go a step further and ask persons in government holding positions who are actively involved in the campaign to resign if they want to go into, if they want to do campaign work? Is it possible to separate office and membership of the party?
Thank you very much, Dr. Ruben, bring up this matter. I am on the same page with you. I appreciate the president's directives to his ministers that nobody should abandon his statutory official work as a minister to go and play politics. Whoever wished to, he should have added that any minister who should participate in active politics should resign immediately, like we have seen in the days of former President Olusegun Obasanjo. 6 months to time, he will call at any of their meetings, he will tell them anybody interested in politics should resign and go. That we have not seen in this government. Some ministers even attempted to contest various elected positions. They submitted their resignation or they announced it, and later they went back to their offices and nothing happened. And it shouldn't have happened that way. In that regard, I am on the same page with you, or Dr. Ruben. And I'm on the same page with President Buhari. Any minister that is interested to go and campaign for presidential candidate of the APC at any level, from presidential to state level, they should resign. They should be men of honor. You can't have your cake, you can't eat your cake and have it. You are occupying a prestigious office of minister. You are not the only person. You are chosen among many, and you are chosen to work for Nigeria, and you are being paid for that. If you think you want to retain or want to be retained by the incoming government, you should resign to go and compete with other people. If your party wins, then you come back. If you are lucky, you should be renominated again. But you cannot just sit in your office taking all advantages and go to campaign. Here, I'm absolutely behind President Muhammadu Buhari. And this is one of the things that I can commend President Buhari, always trying to be a man of honor and bringing rule of law in dispensation of the political affairs of this country. And this is what we lost in PDP. PDP did everything with impunity. In fact, people are accusing APC government because of lack of application of certain expectations of punitive measures against certain individuals within the government and even outside. Like when outcries were being made against certain personalities holding certain positions, President Muhammad Buhari felt like he did not have them. And people were not happy with that. I am too not happy with that. I was among those that have both our voices against some misconduct or misperformance or underperformance of certain personalities appointed by him, and nothing happened at that time until much later. Well, it is better late than never. I hope this time around we will see it with speed of light. If any minister is seen have not been going out to campaign for any political party, either the APC that he belongs to or the other party that he want to go and migrate to, he should immediately be sacked. The following morning, the information came up. There's no even need for verification. One that is established by credible sources, either from the security agencies or from the party sources or even from the public commentators like you and Rufai and guests like us. That person, and those people shouldn't wait they should not wait to be sacked by the president. They should be men of honor. Time has come when we should establish a legacy, whereby if you know your interests have go contrary to the public interest, you should be men of honor and resign honorably. What is it that somebody must click to a particular position? Whether you like that position one day, no matter how long it takes, you must leave it. So it is better you go with your good name. Yes, okay. I resign because my interests have clashed with the national interest, okay, or because my opinion have clashed with the opinion of the Mr. President. So I'm stepping down. We just saw what happened in the United Kingdom last week. What is the equivalent of Minister of Finance, what they call the Chancellor of the Exchequer, in about 29 days, he was asked to go by his Prime Minister, Liz Truss. And when he came back, even he cut off his official visit in Washington to attend one of the financial discussions there. And he came back because of the concern he had being expressed by the people of his country. But he was met with Sarkin, and he accepted it wholeheartedly. He wrote a very nice letter, very encouraging, that have trended. And this we should start having that in this country. I wish that this will happen in the next couple of days. We should see people of honor that can say, Mr. President, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to serve the government. And because of this, I'm interested to participate. I am submitting my resignation.
If you can hear me, sir.
I hope so.
Honorable Adar, if you can hear me, thank you so much.
Yes, Dr. Mr. Rufai.
For that comment. But leading up to the elections in America in 1992, a certain man called James Carville made a very famous statement. And he asked a question. He says, the economy is stupid. And I'd like to ask you that question. Since you said your government, the APC, has done so much, is over 22.77% inflation rate stupid? Is the fact that the federal government doesn't have money to service its debt, is now borrowing services debt, is that stupid? Is the fact that foreign direct investment has dropped, is it stupid? Is the fact that unemployment rates is well over 33%, over even 50%, because they've not brought out the recent figures, is it stupid? Is the fact that cost of living of Nigerians have gone up so much, is that stupid? A lot of Nigerians are saying that the economy has failed. If there are facts on ground, give me your superior statistics that said President Buhari has improved the economy. And I'll take it. We're just having an empirical debate here about ideas and statistics on ground. Is the economy stupid?
Thank you, Mr. Rufai. In the first place, let me tell you, I'm not an economist, and I've never even borrowed any course from economics department when I was in my undergraduate and postgraduate courses. But going by what you said, somebody have called all this and that as stupid. I found that word very unpalatable, and it's not a word that we should use in a public debate. You should have moderated it to find a better way of saying it. In any way, you have said it, people have heard it, and I've heard it too. I would want to show my concern. The performance of economy in certain areas is quite bad, but in some areas it is fair, and in some areas it is good. It depends on which angle you look at it. For example, I'm a farmer. This year I bought a bag of fertilizer at almost 30,000 naira, because we started buying it from 24,000 to 30,000 depending on the brand you are applying to your farm. And this was what we have been buying in the last 5 years to last year. We are buying it between 10,000 to highest 15,000. So whatever happened, that the price has so up to that level is quite very unacceptable, and something that I will never be happy with. In that respect, whatever the American economists have said, you can apply it in your own words. I cannot say it, but yes, that shouldn't have happened. If you come to the area of social interventions, like the school feeding program, which I didn't support initially when it was introduced, not because I do not like the idea, but I didn't like the way it was implemented. Also, the program of the Empower, which was introduced by President Johnson and sustained by President Muhammadu Buhari, because like I've told you, he follows rule of law and continuity. And other programs like the trader money, which was pioneered by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. I was here also sometime. I accuse the implementation, not the concept. I like all these ideas. So let me tell you this. President Muhammadu Buhari came up with very good intentions. He came up with very good concern for the welfare of the citizens of this country, especially the downtrodden. But unfortunately, the elites around him, the bureaucrats, which include you and I and many, came up and sabotaged those programs. I'm not saying you there sabotage the program. I'm saying a collection of some of us, we are all elites. We cannot run away from that. And whatever our colleagues are committed, we should not be exonerated to say, no, I did not. We are part of it. Because we saw when it was perpetrated, and we couldn't do much to stop it, and we could have stopped it.
Okay.
In this regard, the economic performance of this government, let me finish, sir. The economic performance of this government, to me, is what I can say 30, 30, 40. Somewhere it is fair, good, somewhere it is bad, and somewhere it is below average. And this is my analysis of it, and I have told you earlier, I'm not an economist. I don't know anything much about economic analysis. I can only say and pick point from my residual knowledge and apply it, like I gave example with the fertilizer issue, because I'm involved, I'm a farmer. Likely also, there's inflation in this country. Yes, I'm not happy with it. And the CBN should be responsible for that. I wonder that until today, the CBN governor is living in his office.
Well,
inflation has gone high. The exchange rate is also very bad. That's the word I prefer to say, not stupid. So many financial and fiscal policies are going contrary to the expectation of citizens of this country, and is still living there comfortable to the extent of wanting to contest for the presidency of this country because he was lowered by some unscrupulous people that are unpatriotic. They came and told him that he has done good and that, because of misapplications of funds that were meant to reach the common man, and he failed his own way. So much goodwill was given by President Muhammadu Buhari in terms of agriculture. Where are all those monies? The CBN governor should answer that.
Honorable.
He's the one who single-handedly monitored. Let me answer, sir. He is our brother, like he is yours, our brother. He's my brother too. He's a Nigerian. We are talking as Nigerians here. We're talking for something that will benefit Nigeria. Somebody must take responsibility over what he does, whether it is good or bad. I'm saying it unequivocally. The CBN governor failed this country in terms of economic development of this country, and he shouldn't have been there by now. He should also be a man of honor by himself. At a time, you debated with so many people. He went to contest for the presidency of this country after putting this country in the mess that Rufai have just quoted, that this is a stupid situation, this is stupid, that is stupid. The word that I disagree with, and he's still there. Why should that be? The CBN governor that have gotten the most longest time in this period in this country. He's the one that have been given opportunity to have developed the economy of this country more than any other CBN governor. There was no CBN governor who finishes his first term successfully in this country from 1960 till date. Tell me if there's any. Most of them, they did only one term. Now he's in his second term of 10 years at least.
Okay, Honorable.
He has been there now for the first in 9 years. He was appointed by President Goodluck Jonathan. Almost 1.5 years. President Muhammad retained him and retained him again. And he's still there. The country is bleeding economically. So if there's anything, our satellite and your satellite should be on the CV and governor, and you have access to him. We have access to him through this medium. He performed dismally woeful.
Okay,
he should apologize to Nigerians first. And if he cannot remedy the situation in the next couple of days, he should resign honorably. I hope he has not been, he's not among the recipients of those national honors that were given last week. I didn't know. If he is given, it should be withdrawn.
Well, on that note, Honorable, well, James Carville, Bill Clinton's political strategist, when you use the word stupid, he didn't mean it in that literal sense. It was just to emphasize the importance of the economy. But you sounded like an economist. If you know demand and supply issues with relation to fertilizer, that's a good starting point. But thank you very much, Honorable Musa Sarkin, for joining us on the morning show.